Hi, Taurus. All right, welcome to this space. Happy New Year to you, Taurus. Oh, your New Year reading, your 2023 reading was so good. I'm so happy for you. Okay, so this is a trying time to you, so it's easy. There's easy means of, it's kind of natural for you to think of responsibilities in this time, especially having to do with the material world and the future. And I'd actually like to read you something that's sort of in line with that. It says here, it says, you will develop skills required to earn a good living because you have a great need for security. You want to accumulate enough money to make investments and assure your future financial independence. Okay. And the reason why this is because it may take great effort and self-reliance, which is an interesting word. Cancer's on the same morning as you, and they had reliance here. This is a sextile to you. The self-reliance to gain independence could actually be a little bit more difficult in the long term. So it's good to establish yourself firstly, right? Because it takes Taurian energy, Earth energy, a long time to build itself to something. You know, if you want to have a apple orchard where the fruit is just always there every year and there's enough of it that you can have and to share, you know, this is 20 years prior. You know, it's really thinking ahead. There was one other thing I wanted to share. Hold on a second. Yes, developing creative talents to assure your future, to assure that future security too. And with this, it's kind of like I feel like you're a big giver. So people may try to use you for your talents or like for your time. And so you have to also figure out, maybe this is how you start this year out, is like you learn to be a little bit more aware of where you help those that truly deserve it. You know what I mean? Or like where you realize that the exchange is equal, right? Because your energy is precious. And again, it takes longer for, I feel like, Earth energy to replenish itself. It's like sort of like earth and water take a little bit longer to find its place. And I do feel this to be a very expansive year for you. So, and actually, let's read this first card. I don't know what this is. Is that an upside down pomegranate with a wig and Converse on? It says depth. As new people show up in my life, I look for all the weird, wonderful, complex layers below their surface. I can't be surprised by someone's depth of character unless I'm willing to peel back the outer layers and go a little bit deeper. It's like the brand new saying goes, don't judge an onion by its haircut. Oh, it's an onion. Now, of course, no judgment on... Okay, first, let's back up. New people coming into your life, beautiful. And I do see this for you. I feel like as this is also starting out the new year, this is representing... You know, onions take 9 months to... You plant them like garlic, right? There's a cycle with this, and it grows under the ground, right? That which is what you're wanting. So sometimes things grow even when you can't... Things are growing even when you can't see them, as long as you plant the seed, right? So if you're wanting more new people to show up in your life, maybe some weird, wonderful people that could also be creatively inspiring to you, you know, maybe this is also peeling back some of your external layers of protection when it is appropriate to get to know, to have people get to know you too in different ways, right? And if you happen to peel back anything, say new people or even other people in your life, if you peel it back and all you do is cry, then, you know, or it stings or what have you, then this is also kind of like, all right, see ya. You know, it's kind of realizing like how deep you want to go too with certain things, or maybe even getting out of the depth of whatever it is that's blocking you from, you know, anything that's kind of in the way. It's like right now the bull, I keep seeing a bull like pushing things out of the way. And I know sometimes that's hard for you, like your heart, right? Because you're ruled by Venus. You want everyone, you're like, we're all friends. And it's like, you can love everybody, but not everybody's a friend, you know, and you got to know who it is that, like where your energy's going again, because this beginning, maybe some of you get a new haircut too. You also look good in this color, like a deep, like a purple, like a deep wine sort of color. All right, let's open up your next two. Taurus. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Awesome. And the Nine of Cups. Oh, some of you could be doing so well in your career. Just feeling good about where you're going in the world, too. You know, maybe some of you are like, bye. You know, it's sort of like, or I heard bye, and then I heard hi. It's not much of a difference there. Okay, like the feeling of it, it feels good wherever you're at on the path. And there could be some kind of change that's also happening here that's really positive, right? This change is very positive. And with this, it's like you're going along and then there's like a curve. I don't know if you've already taken this turn or not. But wherever the road is going, it's leading to somewhere that's really fulfilling. Okay. Oh, look at that. That one also kind of connects to this financial section here as well. So this could, I guess this emphasizes, it's feeling better about money. If any of you have any of those, you know, because you want to understand you rule, I possess. So this is in your earth. So this is physical possessions. This is objects. It is your vehicle. It is your money. It is which is time, right? Really. So it's not necessarily worrying about it, but it's being aware of what you have within it, right? And I guess also realizing that there's providence within the nature of all things, right? That does not change. And maybe that's a part of it. She's looking over here. Let's see what's going on over there. The soul in prayer. Wow, Taurus, see, whatever your soul's been wanting, I guess, or whatever you've been deeply praying about, whether this is healing in there or just aligning better with it, accepting more of the changes, like that all changes have helped your soul's growth, right? And you get to these certain stages and then you have to go to the next one, you know, like you're meant to shift, right? The road is not always straight. Sometimes there's a curve. And what's beautiful about that is, I guess something's coming true. That's helping you align more with you. Just a second. Oh, it was right in front of me, but I forgot. I hid it on myself, the thing that I... Funny. Okay, Taurus. Wow, look at this. This is a happy soul. Good. This is also really beautiful prayer, right? Ninth house is is the house of God, right? This is also feeling good about spirit. It's being connected. It's feeling protected by spirit also. Maybe some of you have just been praying for that, for more, again, to feel secure in the changes in the next, because again, this is a brand new year. It's a brand new year, which is really exciting. And again, to know that there is providence in all things, that really helps a lot. Let's see what your spirit animal is. Oh, pig spirit, piggy. I realized recently that's Zumi's new, at this stage in her life, one of her shape-shifting animals is pig, a little piglet. So pig spirit says, use your mind wisely. Use your mind wisely. This actually aligns. We didn't talk about this yet. This card here. Isn't that so beautiful? So this is Masaru Emoto. Mr. Masaru Emoto, may he rest in peace. He realized that when you say words or write them down or just quietly pray about it, whether alone or in a group, they will change the molecule of the water. It'll change the shape of it. It can make something that was undeveloped become more refined, right? And this card actually represents wisdom. And it's within the wisdom card. This is number 5. You actually rule 5s. Look how pretty that is. Do you want to just say the word wisdom a little bit? Wisdom. 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 So with wisdom, use your mind wisely. So what is wisdom? It is where you have knowledge of the different layers of you and how you've gotten here. And now what's more suitable to who you are, how much room you need to grow to your full potential, understanding what you have to let go of that maybe, I don't know, it could have been, I feel like this is a great acceptance of change. You want to be into the road of this year, especially now until the next, like, so we're in Capricorn, this is Earth time, then you Taurus, Earth, when we get into Virgo, that Earth, so beautiful. Like some of your prayers could totally come true then. Not that they're not now. Maybe that's something that you want to realize, like what are some of the things that you've prayed about that have come true, and maybe that'll help you to feel more, again, feel secure on this path. And now, because of that feeling of security, and I feel like Cancer's reading will be really helpful. This is going to help the physical world become like easier for you, because you're going to know when to say hi and when to say bye, when to say yes, when to say no. It's like, I feel like a lot of the signs this year that are generally more passive or it's not exactly like they're becoming aggressive, but where there's a bit more leadership within, you stay yourself. You know, and however that's shifting, but like you stay the essence of who you are, because that part, like Scorpio said, that part is pure and it does not change. But you step more into the forefront of being a leader, you know, because you could do a lot for other people, and that's a really that's a good leadership quality. But if you forget about your own security, or what it also means like later in life, you know, maybe you want to think ahead 10 years. You know, what does that look like to you right now? How do you feel about that? You know, things of this nature. This is definitely such a good attitude. Such a good attitude. Really mature energy. But you know what's interesting about it's mature like underneath it, but it's almost like there are new, again, there's like new layers on top because you're becoming bigger. But it's not like where you're bumping into anything. I guess this is also understanding how much space you need in this new place, right? I would also say if you are in a place where there are big changes happening and you feel a little shaky about that, even though I see a lot of positivity here, and it's happening regardless of whether you want it to or not. Although I feel like the want to do it is going to help a lot. But if you're still a little bit, sometimes Earth is a little scared to change. It's like, you know, because you got to make something, if something becomes hard, what you have to do is you have to grind it up into this really fine powder and then add water back into it to make it malleable, you know? So if there's any place where the high and the bye, the yes, the no, the awareness isn't exactly in the place that you want it to be, then I suppose that's something that would be wise for you to pray about right now. Like maybe you even want to ask yourself, like, what do you need? What do you need me to do? What is my next step? You know, that's like what. You know, a good exercise that I like to do is I like to talk to the Holy Spirit, like this in between place, right? And kind of be like, all right, what is it that I need to change? You know, what's my next step in the journey? Because it's not only about the feeling part is important, the waters of it is important, but as above, so below, right? And maybe that's a part of it. It's the as above is really, I see this as like spiritual protection too. Forgot to set a timer. That's okay. So that could also be something for you, Taurus. And I know everyone's watching this probably from a different place, but Taurus, the reason why Taurus and Libra adjust one another is that Libra understands time really well, which you have Libra in your map also. You'd want to look to this probably. Time is really key in determining when we're here on Earth, right? Because Libra is exalted, Saturn is exalted in Libra, right? You are exalted in the moon, so you're going to be more in this like soft place, which is fine and good. That's a good place to be internally, right? But then you move into that more Libra Saturn energy, which is Venus and Saturn. It's where the creation is something that it has longevity. It is relationships that are true and honest and fair, right? They understand it has balance in it. There's justice in it, right? Interesting. Wisdom, Taurus, wisdom. I keep saying it. Hi, bye. Maybe this is also understanding when you go to hang out with people, not even just this month, it's this year. And especially for the next 9 months, it's like, please, when you go to hang out with somebody, whether this is a new person or other people, whatever, set yourself a time frame. Don't be loose. Don't be too loose about it. You want to have some structure here, right? You're round in the bend. There's major changes going on here that are really, really beautiful. You have to put your focus into it. So you got to be like, someone's like, hey, you want to go hang, you want to blah, blah, blah. And it's, if you do, and you know you have time, then do it. You know, make time for things, but also understand, be like, okay, I have an hour to spend, or I can chill for an hour and a half, you know, or between 4 and 7, I have something to do. You know, just being conscious of this, you know, it could even be like, okay, I can talk to you, but I'll talk to you for 10, maybe 20 minutes. And then we move on to the next thing, right? I would say a new haircut would be nice for you. Oh, I forgot to mention there could be like moving in your neighborhood, like there's some kind of energy in there also that's shifting around. It's the energy around you, really, it's moving. And I actually just saw like in the Wizard of Oz, when they like the cow like gets picked up by the tornado and like put in a new place. But the cow isn't scared in this. I'm not feeling a feeling of insecurity in this. It's more of a metaphor of this. You're here and now you go up from where you were, and then you get placed back down into something that down upon something that's solid, and it's a new space, you know. So I would also say, if any of you are considering moving, that could also be something that you'd want to, you know, maybe you can, I don't know, what do you want to be around when you're at home too? What do you want to be around this year? Okay, that's really important. And you want to use your mind wisely about who you're around. And I would say that which, you know, it would be helpful. I guess it'll be helpful when you know what you need. It's not exactly putting yourself ultimately first. It's just realizing, like, Cancer's reading will be really helpful. It's just realizing you're an intricate part of it. Okay? No less, no more. So stay in that line, right? Wisdom. Wisdom. Okay, Taurus, that's that. Thank you so much for being here. I do wish you the most wonderful 2023 year. This is a great start. This is a really, really beautiful start. Hi, bye. I would also say a little bit of this, although this isn't meant to be vanity, side note, but remember your appearance. Care about your appearance, okay? Your body, the way you don't got to doll yourself up or what have you, dress to the nines or anything like that. But putting some effort in there, that's also gonna, you know, first impressions actually do make a huge difference, right? We do judge each other upon our haircuts. We do judge each other upon how we dress. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to fit into any mold of whatever society says exactly, but it's like, remember that, well, the way we present ourselves and how we spend our time and etc., really how we feel inside within these places is going to be indicative to what the soul attracts, you know. And then from there, figuring out whether it's hi or bye, you know, engaging or disengaging. And even if it's a hi and it's a yes, it's again understanding when to be like bye and disengage, and then you can come back to that later, you know. Maybe this is also better time management at work. I would not be too emotionally invested in work in the way that, you know, you got to remember you're sensitive, and maybe putting a prayer in before you start your work day could also be very helpful. I would also say, you know, before you go to bed. You know, I'm seeing someone where it's like the child like on their knees, like, you know, like, thank you, like, thank you, God, for this, and thank you for that. It's really sweet. You know, thank you for these new people that are going to show up in my life, and thank you for this beautiful career, this job that I have, you know? Thank you for giving me these experiences so that I'm able to be more in line and less friction, have less friction in myself. You know, take all this, again, these layers and knowledge you've been building and to apply them and create this wisdom, right? Use your mind wisely. Very intelligent person, you know? Please have faith in yourself. My goodness gracious. Right? Scorpio to me kind of rules the soul. So it's like you have this mirror reflection. You have a very interesting perspective into that space. So also admire your differences, you know? Embrace those and see how you'd also want to connect. Okay. I love you so much. Happiest now. Thank you for being a part of this space. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. And I hope this was helpful. And I will talk to you next time. Peace out.